self-care is not selfish. It's actually the biggest part of showing love that you could offer to your family, your friends, and your community.
As women, we nurture and take care of the world. And so it's just so important to make your health, your self-care numero uno. So
get around people who are going where you want to go and who are where you want to be. And that's exactly what I did. I wanted to be in real estate, so I got around people who were doing things in real estate that I wanted to do.
So you might not be able to move things around or change what happened to you, but if you can change the way that you see it and how you're reacting to it, there's a way.
Just do what you have to do. There's no excuse. This morning, I knew that if I didn't get up at 4 in the morning and clear out my emails and do everything that I needed to do.
You don't want the government to dictate or a judge to dictate how your hard-earned sacrifice and wealth gets distributed to your family and your loved ones.
Our culture is embedded in American culture. There are people who come to America and engage in American culture, which is Black culture. So Juneteenth is really about Black culture, and it's about celebrating us, celebrating the different diasporas of Black people, even the dialects.
At Amazing Media, we don't just create video content. We craft storylines, narratives, and memories that move people and grow brands. Whether you're a speaker, author, coach, or creative, we help you turn your vision into powerful, high-quality content that connects, converts, and leaves a lasting impression. From stunning video production and branding to unforgettable events and digital marketing, we combine strategy and storytelling to make your message unforgettable. So, are you ready to elevate? Your story deserves to be seen, heard, and felt. Let's make it amazing!
Hello, everyone. Happy Thursday. I hope everyone is doing well. My name is Athenia Rodney, CEO and founder of Juneteenth NYC, and welcome to the Juneteenth Lunch Learn. We are well into July. We hope everyone had a great 4th of July, celebrating the 250th anniversary of America's independence. Not to negate Juneteenth, our African-American independence from enslavement. And so we really hope that you also understand and don't take them in silos, but they are to be celebrated both highly, right? If it were not for African Americans, there would not be an America. And that's just reality. And I don't sugarcoat that. I make sure that we, from the mountaintops, all of the things that we can say that we are proud to be American about, African Americans help create. We are resilient individuals. We are individuals that were brought here in enslavement, and we grew, we built, we cropped the cotton, the buildings, the tunnel, like all of it, off the backs of African American individuals. And so when we say we celebrate 250 years of America's independence, I say kudos to us because we had a hand in making that happen. So give yourselves a round of applause for all of that. All right, we're going to get into today's message because today is going to be fire. Dope. We got a special individual on today. Some of you may know him, some may not, and you may see some resemblance in a couple of things like our names and in our face because he's my son. So I'm super excited. This month of July, we are celebrating our mini entrepreneurs, our youth entrepreneurs, right? Last week, we had Kimberly's daughter who showcased her products. She's been doing her products for a while, and My son Marcus has just started his business. So we're going to talk to him a little bit about what it is that he does. So Marcus Rodney is an 11-year-old entrepreneur and the founder of his very own candle making business. And we're going to learn a little bit more about that. What started as a simple idea has grown into a business built on creativity, hard work, and the confidence to believe in oneself. Marcus is proving that young people don't have to wait until they're older to pursue their dreams. They can start building their future today. And that is so true. You don't have to wait. A lot of people are like, oh, when I'm ready, or when I get, or when. And we're going to hear about how Marcus started his process and his journey. His journey is an inspiration to children, to parents, to other educators, and to anyone who is aspiring to be an entrepreneur alike, right? Showing us that every successful business begins with one idea and a solution to someone's problem, and the courage to take action. Today, Marcus will share what it's like to become a business owner at just 11 years old, the lessons he's learned along the way, and why it's never too early to dream big. So please join me in giving a warm Juneteenth, New York City. Welcome to Mr. Marcus Rodney. Welcome, Marcus. How you doing?
I'm doing good. How about you?
I'm good. Are you nervous?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's okay. The first time I jumped on, I would say I was nervous as well, but I want you to just know we're just going to be here. We're going to be having a conversation and to share all of the things that you have learned in your process of your business. So to start off, share a little bit about what made you want to get into being an entrepreneur.
What made me wanted to get into being an entrepreneur is like I was taking this class in school that was called marketing, and they were doing this thing where they had the kids that had their own businesses go up and be able to sell their product. I was like, oh, that's a cool idea. Maybe make my own business and try to sell my product over there. So that's what I did, and that's how I started.
So would you say that this process has been an easy one for you so far?
It's mostly easy, but it's tiring.
You said it's mostly easy, but it's what?
Tiring.
Tiring? What? How so? It's tiring. How is it tiring?
All the work you gotta do to make the candles. I be staying up until 12 o'clock and making these candles for the next day. Just a lot of work.
Okay, well, we're going to get into that process and what that looks like for you. I know you talked about this was like a project that you were doing in school and how that kind of matriculated into you starting your own business. Can you share, is this the first time that you started a business, or have you had ideas of being an entrepreneur before this candle business?
I've had ideas of being an entrepreneur before.
What are some things that you were doing as an entrepreneur before?
I was planning out like other businesses I could do, like probably make like beads, like jewelry or something like that.
Yeah. I remember when you were doing your the bead and jewelry business. Share with everyone what happened with this. Why did you not continue to pursue that one?
I didn't pursue that one because it wasn't a hobby of me. I was just like doing it for like fun and trying it out. And then also I didn't have enough publicity even if I wanted to do it.
So what do you mean you didn't have enough publicity? What does that look like? Or marketing? I'm assuming that's what you mean.
Yeah, marketing and publicity. So I was just making these, nobody was buying them. I was just selling them at events I went to. But like I wasn't a vendor at events, so nobody knew I was there. I had to go up to people, and people didn't really want to buy the beads because they weren't expecting to buy anything at the event. And sometimes they were just events that we were at to be there, show up, and yeah.
Okay, awesome. I remember when you started that business, you had were you doing that business by yourself, or did you have a team of people?
I had one team member.
Okay. Can you tell us about the process that you went through with picking that team member? And I remember you had like contracts and stuff like that too. Can you share a little bit
So I
about
actually wasn't one. I had one at home, and then one at home was with my sister, and then I had like 4 at school.
that? Okay, well, tell us about that. What was the contract about? What made you do a contract for your employees?
To make like just to make sure to make sure the agreement that we settled on is like right here and it can't change, because I know some people I'll tell, oh yeah, I'll give you a lot of this amount of money for you to give me this, and then they change it to a higher amount of money or a lower amount of money, which I'm okay with the lower amount, by the way, but they change it to a higher amount of money. And I'm like, that's not what we agreed on. So that's why I came up with a contract to give all the people that worked for me.
That was very smart of you. A lot of young people don't think about that, you know. A lot of adults don't think about that. A lot of adults are like, oh, you're my friend, or you want to help me. This is great. What made you want to put together a contract? Like, I know you said, you know, talking about the financial component about it, but where did you get the idea to put together a contract to share with your employees?
I'm not sure. I just came up because I was doing a lot of like just marketing and stuff around that time, and I was just looking up ideas of what to do and all that stuff. And then an idea popped into my head about just starting contracts.
Pretty dope. So you have a community around you that helps you, that pours into you. Can you talk to us a little bit about, well, before I even go there, what made you want to do candles? So you went from making beads and making necklaces and bracelets to candles. What made you want to make candles? What is the when anyone starts a business, we always say a business is to fill a void or to fix a problem. What is the problem that you were solving by your candles?
Like the problem I was solving by making my candles is that they could help people in their houses that with like smell, all that stuff, and people won't just forget about them, because I like my products to be memorable and people know that they have them. Like with the beads, sometimes people just forget they have them in their jewelry box, take them out like once every month. I want people who buy my candles to use them almost every day, or at least once a week.
Got it. So how did you come up with your business name, Diligent Candles?
At first it wasn't Diligent Candles. It was another name, but I had problems pronouncing that name, and I did like a project at school where I named a different like I was thinking about businesses to make, and I named it Diligent Candles, and that's where it came from. It's like, oh, I named the candle business Diligent Candles before, so I can name yeah, that's where it came from. I named my candles Diligent Candles.
Awesome. Okay. So Diligent Candles is the name of your business. So tell me, how did you get started with your business?
How I got started was from an event at school. They let me come in and sell my candles but I had to buy all the candles. I had to start a fundraising for my business first, where like I went to family members, asked them to donate, showed them a presentation, and I also had to show the people who had the event I went to a presentation to. They liked it, so I made it into some of the standard people that were able to go to the event and sell the stuff.
Well, that's pretty dope. So when you went to your family members, were they like giving you money or like off the bat, or did they like make you work for it?
They made me work for it very hard.
What did they do? Tell us some stuff that they did to make you work for it.
They made me make 2 different presentations. One for like just what my business is, one for like the economics of my business, and then they made me make a sheets for the expenses and Also, they made me make another one for another like for hard expenses. They made me make one for hard expenses. They made me make one for soft expenses. And yeah, they just made me do a lot of work, go research a lot of things.
Interesting. So, what exactly is hard expenses and soft expenses?
So hard expenses, I'm pretty sure hard expenses is stuff that you need like right now, and soft expenses are like stuff that you need but you don't like. It's not emergency expense that you need right now to buy stuff. Like let's say t-shirts. That would be a soft expense because I don't need them for my business. I just want them for for just a little bit of publicity and all that. But also it's like hard expense would probably be candle tins like this one. I need to make I need to make my candles, and I put wax. I need wax. I need scents. That's hard expenses.
Got it. So, hard expenses are the actual items that you need to make the product that you're selling, right? And then the soft expenses are some of the more like marketing expenses or things that are not necessarily needed for the product. So, okay, I like that. Do you feel like when your family was being hard on you to understand for them to be able to give you money, do you feel like that was a good thing or a bad thing?
It was a good thing because like it's not good to just give people money not knowing what they're gonna do with it. Like
How do you
I could have been starting a business, but I could have been using the money for something else and not using the money for the business.
do you feel like there were what were takeaways from you starting a business thus far that you have gained?
Some takeaways from me starting a business so far is that like I always had to like as I'm a kid I always want to do stuff and I always want to do stuff like play games, all that, and it just like a takeaway that I always have to do like work almost every day. At least I do like 30 minutes of work for my business every day. But like I know it's a necessity, but I'm like I just want to do other things in that. But yeah.
So you know that work this is a necessity. What are the benefits? What's on the other side of that? Like, what do you benefit from the work that you're
It
putting
gives
into your
me
business?
experience where like when I grow older, because people when they grow older won't know as much as I do because I already have my own business. I went through the process of everything that they're going through at the moment when they're older, when I was younger, and I understand it more than them.
Is that all? What about the money? You're not making anything from doing this business?
I am making the money from this business.
Okay. And so I would say, right, profit. And profit is that excess money that you're making, right? So the money that goes into your purchasing more products. And then the products, the additional money that you have left over. So I would definitely say that's a plus. I know that's a plus for me being an entrepreneur, like that when you know that you've worked hard and being able to spend that profit money on yourself to do something that you want to do, right?
Yes.
So let's talk a little bit about the sense that you have. So if we can pull up your website. So I see that you have a website. When we saw that you had like some shirts done and banners, like what encouraged you? What made you want to do like banners and shirts and stuff like that for your business?
So like people when they walk by they would know what I'm selling because some people they won't have anything that shows, oh, here's a business. Like some people just have a tent and a table with their things on. Nobody knows what they're selling. They can't tell because there's no like way to like menu or any of that.
So do you feel like it's difficult for or when you've seen other businesses at vending events and stuff like that. What are some takeaways that you've learned from watching those other businesses?
Some takeaways I learned from watching other businesses is like I'm doing well. I'm doing well for where I am at. Like from where I am at, like I'm looking at other businesses, like, oh, I can do this better. I can do this better. I shouldn't be doing this. And like by watching other businesses, they just help me improve.
So I see this one on your website. You had a Mother's Day sale. Are there any upcoming? And then if you scroll up some, you can see some of the scents. So talk to us about the scents. What made you choose these scents?
What made me choose these scents is because like I'm like these scents are the scents I like and I would have in my house. Like I want people to have scents they would want in their house. Like they want it just to have. They would want in their house. Like this scent is lavender. This scent is lavender. It smells pretty good. It smells like lavender. But yeah, it smells good. I have a new scent that's up and coming. I have one tryout product right now, and this scent is cherry tree. And then this scent is vanilla. It comes in 8 ounce and 6 ounce. This would be a 6 ounce. This would be an 8 ounce. The 8 ounces are $10 each, and then the 6 ounces are $8.
Okay.
And then this is Sunrise Glow. This would be orange, and this is just for people who like to chill. And
Okay.
the only one we're sold out of because it's so popular is Citrus Burst, which is lemon.
Oh, okay. So tell us about, did you learn anything about the scents when you were creating them? Like as far as the thought, were there any scents that you thought were going to be popular versus the scents that were actually popular when you went out into the community?
Yes, the scent I thought was going to be the most popular was vanilla. I made the most of that the first time. I was like, oh, vanilla didn't sell as much. Actually, it might have sold a lot, but I didn't really notice it selling that much because I still had a lot of supply left. And then lemon, I was trying to look for it. I couldn't find it. I was like, oh, I need to start making lemon and orange because orange was the same thing. Orange was the same thing. People bought orange. People bought lemon. So, yeah, those two scents were the best scents, and I just had to make more of them for the next event.
So you did the event that you had at the school. You did the Juneteenth festival, right? And then you have another event coming up with the Biz Savvy Artist Academy here in Georgia, right? So you're doing a number of community events. So that is definitely dope. You also have your website that you are selling. Are there other ways that people are able to connect with you as well?
They can connect to me on my Instagram. They can connect to me by my Instagram. I'm working on a TikTok and a Facebook account right now. But yeah, Instagram is my main source that you can connect with me from. And you can also order off Instagram. Just tell me what you want and we can ship it to you.
Okay. Look at that. Look at this entrepreneur. So talk to me. Now we're going to jump a little bit into the maintenance of it. And because you're 11, right? So you are a student. What grade are you in?
I'm going to 7th.
Going to 7th grade. Okay. So how do you balance school, family, and are you involved in any other activities as well?
I play football and basketball, and I used to play soccer too.
Okay. And do you do anything else? Are you a part of any other organizations?
I was a part of, I think there's some school organizations I was a part of. I think it's but I can't just remember the name right now.
Okay. What about Saturday programs that you went to? 100 Black Men?
Oh yeah, I went to a Saturday program called 100 Black Men where they teach black men to where they teach black men to what they're about their culture.
Okay. And what about on Sundays and Wednesdays?
On Sundays, I go to church. On Sundays, I go to church, and then on Wednesdays, I would go to Bible study.
Okay. And what do you do on Mondays? See, only a mom knows all these questions, right? Because I got to drive them to all these things. So what do you do on Mondays?
Mondays, I have Boy Scouts and football practice.
Okay. So you have a pretty busy schedule, and you're in school and running a business. So talk to us about, how do you manage your time?
I just like I kind of use my calendar. I use timers in my notes to like go through my notes, set this time for that. Like I just set time apart for what I need to do in the day, and then also give probably an hour or two for free time for me to play games and stuff.
Okay, I love that. Look at that, putting that personal care in place, making sure that the personal care is there. So I definitely appreciate hearing that, because that's something I'm still working on, making sure that I'm balancing my business, my family time, and time just for me. So thank you for sharing that. Are there any skills that you've developed since starting your business?
Probably one skill, because I was kind of scared to talk to people, not that scared because I was just always talking to people, but it was kind of it wasn't really scary. I just felt weird going up to people and just pitching a pitch, but eventually I got used to it. It just feels normal to me.
Is there so one thing I will recognize you for and highlight too is that you do not sit behind the table. Like, you are typically out in the front and engaging people, asking them to come smell the scents of the candles. And I appreciate that for a entrepreneur. There's a lot of times when we coach some of our vendors for our Juneteenth festival, like, we have to tell them about that. And it's just something that you naturally did. So I just want to say kudos to you for doing that and not being told to go and do it, but just, knowing that business is not going to come to you. You have to go out and bring it to you sometimes. Is there anything about that that you might have seen about in life, or that you would move forward with in life?
Probably it would help me, if I want to get a job, I wouldn't be scared to talk about the things I have experience of, and I can mention that in a job interview. I can mention that as one of my experiences. I've had my own business. I started my own business. I'm able to market. I did do a lot of things. I do robotics, and yeah.
You are okay, a multi-talented young person. I appreciate that. So since this platform we have this month, we are focusing on youth entrepreneurs, and we have a couple of young people who are watching because this is summertime. What advice would you give other young entrepreneurs on how to start their business?
Advice I would give other entrepreneurs to start their business is just stay focused. Your dreams can come true if you put your mind to it.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Something that comes to mind, what kind of research did you do about candles or doing your vending events before you went to do your first event?
I had to research the process to making my candles. I also had to research the process to what's it called, for the expenses and all that.
Okay. Did you research also how to your setup of your station?
I have researched the setup of my station. I had to research how long the table. I had to research the banner size. I had to research the accessories I could put on my table to make it look good, and all of that.
Awesome. Who would you say has been your biggest supporter throughout this journey?
My biggest supporter throughout this journey would probably be you, because you always helping me through things. You're telling me what to do, like the first vision, the first event. You're telling me to go to the DJ, and ask him to give me a shout out for people to come to my business.
Yeah, I forgot all about that. Yes. But definitely you gotta be what you want, right? What are your future goals for your candle business or just in general? Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
Where I see myself in the next 5 years, I'll probably still do the candle business as a hobby. It'll probably be like a side hobby. I'll still probably be selling candles, but I'll probably like have my job as a focus to like just earn money for like college.
Come on now, speak that into existence. Is there anything that we haven't asked you that you would want to share with others or the Juneteenth family?
There's probably the process of me being in Juneteenth as your son.
Okay, go ahead, share what was that? What was that like?
It was kind of at first she never wanted me to come to the events because she couldn't look after me by myself. Because she's the CEO of Juneteenth, she's always running around. She couldn't hold a kid in her hands, have a kid in her hands, watching him the entire time. So probably when I turned, when was my first Juneteenth again? I can't remember the exact age I was.
Probably about 2 years ago. So you probably got 9 or 10.
I think
age. Yeah.
Yeah, so probably 8 when I went to my first Juneteenth and started helping out. Not 8 for my first Juneteenth, but 8 when I started helping out at Juneteenth. And yeah, I was just weird. Gosh, I was like, why do I have to do all this work? I'm 8 years old. I wanted to be back at 2 years old where I didn't have to do any work. I could just sleep in the car, take my naps. But yeah, it's just a lot of work. But it was also fun to meet new people, make new friends. Like last Juneteenth, I made a friend. Because we were moving chairs to the tables. I'm making friends while doing that. And yeah, it was just fun to get to know people and help a lot. Even though that truck full of energy drinks, right? I don't know what you had to do that for. They had a full U-Haul full of energy drinks. Non-alcoholic, by the way. They weren't even good. I'm just saying they were not good.
It is based on preference of taste. Well, thank you for sharing your experience with Juneteenth, because you were born, you actually have a birthday coming up, and you were born in July, and I was very pregnant when you were born, before you were born, when I was doing Juneteenth, and years ago. What was that? Maybe 11, so 17, so 7 years ago, 11 years ago. 11. So when
technically 12. Yeah.
Right. So 12 years ago, when I was pregnant with you, going into Juneteenth, I had my team was so protective of me. I had bodyguards. They were like, no, nobody could go near her. You can't talk to her. If you need to ask me a question, you ask her a question, you need to go through me. It was hilarious. They were like, want to make sure nobody gets close to you. Everybody was just like, we want to make sure she doesn't go into labor. So you technically, I think all of my children technically have gone through all of the different stages of Juneteenth from its inception, and got to participate in different ways and are all finding your personalities with the growth of Juneteenth. So I'm excited for the work that you are constantly putting in. I know it is not easy, but you see me working and you jump on board, and that really warms my heart, and I appreciate that. So I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart for everything that you do to contribute. And I'm glad that you're on this new journey for yourself. And I will continue to be right there alongside of you to answer and support you as best as I can. And not to be the only sounding board, but so that you have others as well. Because while I'm there to support you, your dad is always there in the technical space to build all of the things that you need for your table and stuff like that as well. and to teach you about that side of things. So you have the best of both worlds, because you are able to build and to market and to create and do all of the things that is needed to start your business. But I will encourage you that that's not the place that you stay. And it sounded like from the beginning that you already know that, because you're talking about having staff and getting them t-shirts and having contracts for them and paying them and having paydays and all of those things. So we've definitely had those kind of conversations. So which leads me to believe that you have in your mind that you don't just want to be, in order to be a CEO means that you have people working under you. And that means you have to pour into them, and you have to let them know how much they're appreciated and how much they're valued, so that they can continue to do the work for you. So Marcus, I thank you for your time here. I just have one last question as we close out our session today, that we ask everybody who comes on, and that is, what does Juneteenth mean to you?
Juneteenth means to me, what Juneteenth means to me is that Juneteenth is just like is like how it's just Juneteenth is just like as a special place in my heart, because it's like where my people came from, how they got free, like just explaining my entire heritage, just like 100 Black Men. It's kind of connected to Juneteenth. Like, if you could get them as a sponsor, I would love that, because yeah. But yeah, I just love learning about my history, my culture, and just knowing where I came from.
Well, awesome. Thank you very much, Marcus, for joining us on today. Everyone, please go to Marcus's website. When you get a chance, it is marcusrodney.com to learn more information about what he is up to in his next events, being able to purchase products online. It's very rare that you have a young person who has a website and has all of the things, especially at 11 years old. Like, that is really profound. So thank you very much for joining us. I'm going to put you backstage as I close us out. So thank you again. Have a great one, and we'll see you soon.
Bye.
All right, everyone. I hope you enjoyed that as much as I did. It really warmed my heart. I was getting all teary-eyed in my throat about all of the things, just hearing him. And he started saying he was nervous. And I'm like, you got this, babe. You have been doing this. You are a natural. As you can hear, he comes up with these things. And everybody's like, you know where he gets it from? He gets it from watching you. And I'm like, I don't know that I've had those conversations with him. But that just goes to show you that our young people are watching us and watching what we do, and making sure that we are being present in ways and pouring into them in ways that they want to be poured into, right? So as we close today's inspiring conversation, we're reminded that entrepreneurship doesn't begin with age. Not at all. It begins with courage. It begins with a dream. It begins with a goal. It begins with filling a void that is in this world. Like Marcus has shown us that with creativity, with his determination and a willingness to learn, even at 11 years old, you can build something meaningful, not just to yourself, but to others, and to inspire other young people. Because I'm sure now other people in his class are now excited about wanting to do something for themselves. I know his little sister is like, Mommy, when can I start my business? So you never know who you're inspiring. His story reminds us that every great entrepreneur starts with a simple idea and the confidence to take the first step. And he didn't share this, but he spent hours, countless hours, watching YouTube videos on how to make candles, on how to promote his business, on how to market, how to be at a vending event, how to set up his tables, all of those things. And that is really what goes into to seeing the promises on the other side. It does take work, just like when we do our Juneteenth event, that one day takes us the entire year of planning. And so while everything may not be perfect in all aspects, nothing will ever be perfect because we are imperfect beings, but we strive for perfection. And so I pray that you enjoyed the session on today and that you got something from it, that you walk away inspired, encouraged, and maybe looking to start your own business. Share this with another person, a young person, to help them to see or to ask questions. We go back and we review and share it with someone who might be looking to be an entrepreneur. So this is what youth leadership looks like. This is what entrepreneurship looks like. And this is how one bright idea can light the way for many others. Thank you. Be blessed and have a great week to come. Athenia Rodney, CEO and founder of Juneteenth NYC. Bye.
You need a full-time job for health insurance is actually a myth. As a travel nurse in New York, I used to get so stressed out about health insurance in between contracts until I found out about New York State of Health. They make it easier, more affordable, and are a trusted resource to accessing and managing your health insurance. And what's great is that there's a plan for everyone. And enrollment assisters and brokers are here to help online, by phone, or even help in person. So check out New York State of Health to learn more and stay up to date on your health insurance needs.